Homeless Bird, a best-selling novel by Gloria Whelan, captures the compelling story of Koly, a young teenager navigating the challenges of life in India. As she grapples with her aspirations amidst societal expectations for early marriage, Koly finds herself yearning for autonomy in a world where control eludes her. Despite the relatability of her struggles, Koly's resilience shines through even in the bleakest circumstances. Living with her parents, Ma and Bap, Koly witnesses her father's role as a scribe, aiding those who cannot afford his services. Her mother, a skilled embroiderer, passes down her expertise to Koly. However, despite their goodness, Koly's parents arrange a marriage for her, a customary practice in their culture. While Koly anticipates this union, bidding farewell to her family and stepping into an unknown future fills her with sadness and apprehension. With a modest dowry prepared by her parents and an embroidered blanket capturing memories of home, Koly weds Hari, her intended groom. Yet, upon arriving at Hari's home, Koly realizes that her husband-to-be is not as described. Hari, only 13 years old and ailing, falls short of the promises made. Despite reservations from Koly's parents, who consider withdrawing from the marriage, Bap insists on proceeding, fearing ill fortune otherwise. Thus, Koly becomes Hari's wife. Adjusting to life in the Mehta household proves challenging for Koly, especially due to her ill-tempered mother-in-law, referred to as her sass. However, she finds solace and companionship in her sister-in-law, Chandra. As Koly unravels the truth about Hari's severe illness, tuberculosis, she realizes that the wedding served as a means for the Mehtas to acquire funds for their pilgrimage to the holy city of Varanasi, where the sacred Ganges River flows. Koly's father-in-law, known as Sasser, holds firm belief in the healing powers of the Ganges River and insists on embarking on the journey, despite medical advice to the contrary. Reluctantly, Koly accompanies the Mehta family, hopeful for a successful cure for Hari. After enduring a challenging voyage, they finally reach the sacred river. Hari immerses himself in its waters and consumes it, seeking a remedy. Unfortunately, the cure proves ineffective, and Hari succumbs to his illness the following day. Koly's worries intensify as she contemplates her future as a widow, a status that carries social stigma and diminishes her prospects for remarriage in Indian culture. She fears how the Mehta family will treat her now that Hari is gone. Returning home, Koly's life remains largely unchanged. She continues to bear the burden of household chores and endures reprimands from her mother-in-law. However, her father-in-law teaches her to read, igniting a passion for poetry within Koly. As a widow, Koly is entitled to a pension, but she discovers that her in-laws have been diverting the funds to finance Chandra's dowry. With Chandra soon wedded, Koly mourns the loss of her only friend. Determined to maintain her composure, Koly treads carefully, uncertain of her place within the Mehta family. Tragedy strikes once again when her father-in-law passes away, leaving Koly and her mother-in-law widowed with limited financial means. A letter arrives for her mother-in-law, inviting her to live with her brother in Delhi. Yearning for a fresh start, her mother-in-law expresses a desire to bring Koly along if she funds the journey with her silver earrings. Realizing her options are limited, Koly reluctantly agrees. They embark on a train journey, stopping in the city of Vrindavan along the way. In a turn of events, Koly's mother-in-law mysteriously disappears, leaving her distraught and alone. A kind rickshaw driver named Raji comes to her aid, guiding her to a house for widows, a common refuge in Vrindavan. There, Koly discovers her talent for embroidery and begins crafting garlands and bracelets alongside a fellow widow named Tanu. Her exceptional embroidery skills catch the attention of Mr. Das, a tailor who offers her employment and appreciates her craftsmanship. Koly's exceptional embroidery skills prove to be lucrative for Mr. Das, attracting customers who are willing to pay a premium for her exquisite work. With her newfound financial stability, Koly is able to support herself and experiences a sense of happiness she had long yearned for. The income she earns enables her and Tanu to move out of the house for widows, granting them newfound independence. Meanwhile, Koly takes it upon herself to teach Raji how to read, and they develop a close bond. Raji often speaks fondly of his family's farm and his aspirations to save enough money to return there. One day, Raji musters the courage to ask Koly if she would consider joining him as his wife on the farm. Uncertain about leaving her newfound independence and the work she loves behind, Koly hesitates, causing some hurt but understanding from Raji. He eventually returns to his farm alone but continues to write heartfelt letters to Koly. In one of his letters, Raji shares the news that he has built a room specifically for Koly to pursue her embroidery on the farm. He once again proposes marriage, understanding her passion for her craft. Aware that other marriage prospects may be limited, especially considering Raji's lack of family, and appreciative of his support for her work, Koly accepts his proposal. The novel concludes with Koly crafting another quilt for her wedding, and she assures her boss that she will continue her embroidery at her new home. Like the verses of a poem she once read with her late father-in-law, Koly embodies the metaphor of a homeless bird finally finding a place to call home. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.